This is weird. Why is it doing this? I look and feel very strange. Okay. Well, I wanted to talk about something serious, and it's quite hard with this weird video, but I will try anyway. I was thinking about the phrase "precision is love," which is a Thomas Hubl quote. And I love it because it says so much. So, for instance, earlier I found some old notes actually of mine, and it was like from years ago, and I was like in my notes saying, oh, it's so painful because I'm aware of how controlling I am, and it really struck me, those words, because I keep hearing that. Not just me saying that, but I have heard people say, for instance, oh yes, that they are so controlling. Their problem is control. And or I've had but you hear those words bandied about, or even in therapy, someone might say, yeah, the issue here is control. You've got control issues. And I've heard it with OCD in particular, but it can, or with anxiety, it's like, oh, they're trying to take control. They need to be in control, and yeah, for sure, the behaviour itself looks and is controlling. But when you really get precise, like what's really going on underneath that? And that's why I love the phrase precision is love, and that's what I love about my work, is that you're going beyond that, and you're looking at how is the behaviour that person is doing, how is it coherent? How is it not just this kind of random dysfunctional problem? Because when we see ourselves as controlling, or the other as controlling, we immediately turn that person into a problem, or we see ourselves as that. We pathologize ourselves, or another. But when we're able to really look beyond that, we see it's not, there's something else. And also, we, just from the work that I do as a therapist, you find out that by just saying the word we're controlling, it sounds like there's a whole load of people all doing the same thing. And actually, the more precision you have in identifying what's going on, you find out that every person has got a completely different story behind it. And it's always coherent. In fact, the original reason for the behaviour was an amazing strategy. Actually, strategy, I don't like that strategy because it sounds like they've really fought it out, but it was an amazing adaptation on what was happening around them and how to keep connection, because mostly, especially, well, when we're young, it's all about connection. It's like, how do we keep connection? Connection is so important for us as humans. It's like how we survive is through connection. And so if I'm trying to think of an example. Let's say someone's parents are just really not attuned at all to the child. They're more sort of aware of themselves. They're not really listening to the child, but the child needs that connection. So what they do is give up their own needs and start being attentive to the other. And then we call that empathy, by the way. And then with that, they can then start looking like they're controlling. Do this. They're controlling. Because there they are in years later, being very attentive to everyone's needs, kind of ignoring themselves. And you may think, well, how's that controlling? But it can actually. You start to feel that way. You're really I don't know if you've ever been with someone and they're kind of really overly aware of you and like, are you okay? Is there anything you need? And after a while it's like, I'm fine. It can be that way. I'm not saying it is always that way. But you can see, like, let's say with that one instant, you know, with that case, how that was a coherent reason. That was how they adapted to that situation. That was really intelligent and wise. And that's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. And it's like, once we see it like that, we start to realize, one, we're all really different. Our stories are really different. And that the behavior that's happening now is, well, basically something that's an adaptation that's from the past. And it's this incredible, amazing skill that has appeared that person probably isn't even aware of. We're not always aware of it, but just, yeah. So I just think that's just such a beautiful phrase. Precision is love. And, you know, it kind of makes me feel about some, like, you know, where you can have therapy and it's just like, oh yeah, you have a control issue, so let's work on control. And then you could be like doing all kinds of exercises or whatever the modality you're using to address control. And that's not actually getting to, well, what's underneath that and why was that created? And it then sort of makes the client feel, well, one, that that they have a problem, that they have a control issue, and two, it's not actually getting to the root to clear it. So anyway, I am finished. Thank you for listening.